All right, this is Najee. I'm here at the New Orleans African American Museum.
That's correct.
Okay, and can you tell us about your current exhibition?
All right. Right now you are in the Villery Gallery where we have this fabulous exhibit by my homeboy, entitled Something to See, Native Son Comes Home, the art of Ted Ellis. This particular exhibit is one fascinating exhibit where the art actually takes us on a journey of the African Americans from slavery to the White House. He touches on the baptism. He touches on baptism. He touches on the Buffalo Soldiers. All of the various periods in it that actually depict the contributions of African Americans throughout time. Now, some of my favorite pieces. This particular piece, King Paul Henry. This is one of my favorite pieces, and the reason why it's a favorite because it reminds me of my father. On the banks of the river, or the banks of the river, or even at one time, I know when we were younger, much younger, well, not that far, long ago, but we used to fish for catfish in Audubon Park Lagoon. You can't do that now, but this is one of my favorites. It's very serene, it's very tranquil. When I look at it, I feel a peace, I feel a calm.
Okay.
All right, here we have the Buffalo Soldiers section. One interesting fact is that the 9th and 10th Regiment of the Buffalo Soldiers actually originated in New Orleans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So we get an opportunity not only to enjoy some art, but get a bit of history.
Get a little bit of history. Now, this piece here, built on my backs. This one really moves me. It tells me the struggle. It tells me about the struggle that we endure. We have the people working in the field with the high rises behind them. Wow, this is so, it's almost emotional, you know. I get up there and I'm like,
look at the paint, sweat, and tears.
And to see the flag bleeding, you know, that we.
You know, I mean, that was pretty much the major four industries outside of indigo, tobacco, sugar, cotton, rice, that countries built their wealth on the backs of free labor here in America. So at the very core of the foundation, you have the field workers right here in America with the skyscrapers, juxtaposed against the slaves, the Statue of Liberty. But you see the crown, the kings who actually sold their brothers into slavery, and the pain, sweat, and tears that we endured. 10 million souls lost through the Middle Passage. 1865 is when we found liberation, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was ushered in. The dollar, first president of the United States was George Washington. The guy who ushered in the Emancipation Proclamation was Abe Lincoln. All based on currency, North and South. Make no puns intended. The first actual transaction for slavery was 1619 by the Dutch for sugar for a body. So that was the actual documentation. You see all the different currencies of the different countries. Spain, Europe, France, Portugal, who all participated in slavery. These were all global economies that built their wealth off of free labor. And you still see that allegiance and that strength that tomorrow will be a better day. And a lot of symbolism in the piece. I mean, the blood, the running, represent the bloodshed, the lives lost through slavery. And part of that still exists. The mental change that we have to deal with. The layers of slavery. The mistrust. I mean, things that the self-worth, what we value of ourselves. We still don't know the fullness of it because of slavery. And finding ourselves. So a really strong piece. Built on our backs. That's that piece on the auction block. The 15 official slave states plus the District of Columbia. And right here, what I did, I just took some actual facsimile copies of bill of sales for slaves and stuff. Here's one that I thought was about unattended children when we sold the slaves. go to the different states that participated in slavery, the Trust, the District of Columbia. You know, that functional family unit that was broken throughout the United States, and we still see residuals of that right now.
There's something that I found interesting about this. When I have students come in, and I always ask them the question, have you ever read the Willie Lynch letters? And it is so amazing. Like, I'm talking about school-age kids, 12, 13, 14, you know, in the teens. And they have never actually read the Willie Lynch letters. And you know what, to be honest with you, I didn't read it until I became an adult and when I was in college. But I always, I give it to them as an assignment. Go back to your computer, everybody's computer savvy, look it up, read it, email me and tell me what you think. And I should get it, I don't know if I can print it up. And this one young lady emailed me back and she said, they taught us how to hate one another.